breaststroke regional finals here in lane 5. I'll play the whole race and talk about a few things afterwards. Okay, so 107.3, second best time of the season behind what you went in prelims. Essentially, split-wise I'm getting too far. Split-wise, the difference was that you were back slower. Like you're out essentially the same, 31.7, think in the morning maybe like 31.6, 31.8, something like that. And then coming back 35.59 on the second 50. So this is your seventh swim in the day on only a week of rest. Like I told you recently, our focal point is state, and then obviously with club you have hopefully sectionals. And so really like this meet, getting to state was like top priority, and then it's a learning experience. Now we have 2 weeks to hone in, continue resting, and getting prepared for that meet. So I'm not overly concerned with the fact that you died. Like you have put in the work, and you have an understanding of like putting the right things into your body and recovery. That like the fading on these races is not concerning to me. It's not like, oh, she didn't put in the work this year and this is now a result of that. This is simply like an anomaly. And I really believe like there's no reason you can't go 105 at state. You're literally 106.4 at the morning of prelims. So we're half a second away from that. Also, quick thing here, the way they're doing like the little whistles, and then they call everybody's name in the A final, and then they do a long whistle step up. A lot of people are getting thrown off by that. Like here, we're waiting on you few to get up while everybody else is already there because of the long whistle. So just keep that in mind for staying a couple weeks. You did get in the ready position before they said take your mark, which I like. And then on the start here, you're gauging the arms a little bit on the blocks. I'd still like to see you throw the block behind you a little more, but better than it was at the beginning of the season for sure. Nice job getting to a tight streamline, and you hit in a pretty clean line there. One thing that was very evident was you got killed on the pullout, and maybe you're in line with other people. The girl that beat you really killed you on the first pullout. At districts, it was something I noticed. I thought it was kind of just because you weren't in a suit and a lot of the other girls in that heat were in a suit. But I think that you've said it's a strength of yours in the past. I don't want to say you lost your touch in it, obviously, but like, I don't know. I think we need to revisit kind of making sure that we emphasize a good pullout in a 100 breaststroke, especially. So on your stroke here, I like where you get your head here. I feel like this angle you're putting your head is doing a nice job of getting your hips underneath your body, so that when you extend here, like your hips are able to be in the position that you want them on top of the water. Like we're not there yet, like exactly where we want it, but you're thinking about it, and I think you're making progress into being in a better and optimal position here on top of the water. Like I really like as you're crashing down, like it's a nice flat back coming here. Like I said, your head angle is allowing for your hips to assume that position. You just got to keep thinking about these next 2 weeks and doing some different drills to work on that. Your turns are tight the whole way. It looked like they didn't get the third wall here, but I'm not overly concerned about the wall transition itself. So here is about where you start to fade. Um, you're really consistent up to that point, and even when you're fading, like your tempo is still there. It's not like all of a sudden like your body is shutting down and like your tempo slows down to 3 seconds a stroke. Like it's still pretty high here. We've just lost some power. We're getting tired on the seventh swim of the night, but ultimately, I think it's still a good swim. We have a lot to take away from this, and I'm excited for state.